What's good, YouTube? It's Kelo. So today's video I'm going to react to is the top 10 Fate series fight. Someone actually comment this, wanted me to react to this. I'm not really familiar with this series, but the thumbnail looks fire, by the way. But I'm not really, like, I don't know what this series is about. But I know it's an anime series, but I never seen this one. So let's watch. Oh, I think I've seen this fight. Yeah, I think I've seen this one. This was on like a compilation I reacted to.
About anime fights, there's going to be at least one fight from any Fate series thrown around.
But that fight was fire.
The Blu-ray release of the Spring Song movie, the visual quality of Fate fights got to a whole new level. So, since the main series is now over, it's time to take a look at 10 of the best fights in the Fate series. Okay, from now on, I'll let the noble phantasms do the talking. Who cares about the Battle of Servants when you have two sisters trying to kill each other? Well, Sakura is the only one with the killing intention. But Rin had to be a drama queen
reminds me of Naruto.
with a callous attitude just so she can prove her
Sasuke
points.
and
Technically,
Itachi.
Heaven's Feel isn't the official route of Rin, but she handled herself well for a side character and even managed to win Shiro's affection.
The animation looks sick.
The battle wasn't something much longer like many other fights in the series, and it might just be Rin showing she's a badass when she has a knife in her hand. But this was a huge bonding moment.
Yeah, it's something about anime
sisters,
characters
and
with
the very
swords and
final
knife
trigger
I
to
just
detach
love.
Sakura from the Angra Manu. Yeah, so technically Rin did most of the job.
That weapon looks fire.
Who is the most cheerful and sexiest overpowered goddess of all time? That's Quetzalcoatl. We've got a lot of gods running around in Babylonia, but the one to triumph them all is the one and only Quetzalcoatl. She doesn't challenge only one, but challenges all of them to a one versus all fight that ends up with a lot of broken
her
bones and
outfit.
ribs. And can we also take a moment to appreciate the choreography of the fight? It's got aero acrobatics, ground combat, fast-moving cameras, all amalgamating into 2 minutes of jam-packed
He
action.
got a
that
tiger
ends with
PJ
placing
vibe.
Quetzalcoatl on the best girl list. If you are playing the mobile game, now you know which servant to choose for your next battle.
That looked really sick. Ooh. She looks like a Greek goddess with that outfit she has.
Normally, in anime chases, you get these blurry movements with character monologues. But in Fate, you get to witness a chase that goes through the road, above the buildings, and into the lake in all its glory. Ufotable is known for its brilliant camera animation because of the unique way
it looks
it
really
combines
good.
traditional 2D animation with CGI, and the result looks
How
absolutely
come I'm not
amazing.
familiar with
We've
this
seen
series?
Lancer in
Like, I
action
haven't
a
heard
lot.
heard about
the
this
main focus
series.
of this fight is Assassin, and he managed to shine the spotlight all on himself when he literally ripped the heart out of our favorite servant and fed him to the Holy Grail. What can I say? Lancer died, and you aren't human.
But he looked badass though. I want to see more of that one.
Number 8, Saber versus Lancer. Unlike many other fights in this list, this may not be a visual spectacle.
I would say so far they got some fire
weapons. Knowing the
weapons.
story, you can tell this is a fight between two legendary heroes. There's the concept of chivalry going around too often. Both opponents are intelligent enough to predict each other's moves. And there's this subtle tension going around.
I like
urging
his
you
weapon,
to know
though.
what's going on next. In terms of tension, there are clearly many fights that can triumph this one, but this deserves a spot in my list purely due to the way it steps away from a traditional fight scene and implements more strategy to it. And don't forget, this is just Ufotable flexing their muscles. We always know what we get when they unleash.
Is their sword like made of air? Nice. Oh, this animation looks
the main
clean.
series and take a look at Fate Apocrypha. In here, you've got servants divided as red and black, all fighting one battle royale to win the Holy Grail. And like all Fate storylines, in the end, the ones still standing strong in the game are the ones who are powerful. This means that you get the best of the fights later in the series, and I'm happy
His
to say
appearance
they
was
didn't
sick.
disappoint us with the Sieg versus Kana fight. This wasn't something done by Ufotable, but you can tell it matches the animation style of it all. The animators also made sure to combine their own unique
the animation style
to make it more
looks
interesting.
like
Even though Sieg was destined to triumph
there's
in
a
this
fight,
one, I still had my hopes up for Kana
I'm
because
thinking
he
of
was
in
my
Naruto
favorite.
with Sakura
But he
versus
didn't have the power
that
of being the main character, so his powers had to take a back seat.
Dang. He's not even feeling the bullets.
In an anime about servants, we have a fight between humans. In a story about holy grails and magic, we have a lesson on human nature. Gen Urobuchi weaved an epic moral drama by combining ancient heroes with modern humans.
Oh,
The
he felt
climax
that.
of the story was between the two main agents of the war. One is an assassin blinded by a false ideal. The other is a crazy priest who finds great satisfaction in the most bizarre things.
Dang. This is some interesting storylines and personalities.
This fight resembles the Kakashi versus Obito fight, but with guns. There are no conversations, no subtle wordplay, no backstories of any sort. It's just two guys punching the hell out of each other via a complex magic system. From the start of the fight to Kibitsugu's ending bullets, everything was perfectly choreographed, and to this day, this is still one of the greatest fight scenes in the Fate series. Berserker is one hulking giant who is good at screaming and smashing things. And how can one human handle against the man who completed the 9 tasks of Hercules? With the 9 lives blade works, of course, the Heavens Feel route was what gave Shido the most amount of character development. And with character development also came some overpowered abilities to take down giants single-handedly.
That was sick.
Since Ufotable got tons of movie budget, they weren't picky in spending the cash. So in return, we got this one gorgeous fight scene where Shiro takes down one of the strongest Greek heroes with his own weapon. Berserker got defeated for a second time in the Heavens Feel franchise. So sorry, Mr. Hercules.
Oh, so are they like
You
fighting
didn't land
like
on the
Greek
healthiest route.
mythology type of people? I'm just assuming because I did see the scene that girl, she does look like a Greek goddess with the black hair. Him with that spear makes him look so
Servants with the most
badass.
rotten mouths go into a fight, and in return, you get a visual spectacle. Even though people are speaking a lot about other fights, I feel like this one isn't discussed very much in the community. If you judge by the name and think this is a fight between a guy with a bow and a guy with a lance, well, you're sorely mistaken.
Lance.
Think again. So,
That
what's
was
the
so
secret
sick.
of this fight? Magic, animation, noble phantasms. Boy, there's a whole lot going on here. Both the servants unleashed their best attacks, and Ufotable didn't forget to complement all of that.
I
with
definitely
their
got to see
superb
this
animation.
series.
Archer and Lancer gave us one hell of a showdown, and their fight was one of the best anime fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is a fight I think I've seen in the compilation.
Saber was a badass back when she was a normal servant.
Yeah, I
but
remember
her
this
alter
fight.
form takes things a step further and doesn't forget to land nukes with each of her attacks. That was only one.
Yeah, because I said in the previous video, I like her appearance, and she got like a badass weapon.
Sure to land more than half of the budget into this one fight scene, and needless to say, the output was epic, cinematic, and mind-blowing.
Like, look at her sword.
The servant to intimidate the audience in a fight like this would be Berserker, but Saber Alta had this aurora around her that foreshadowed her victory at the end of the fight. Her power levels had also grown in a
her appearance do look intimidating.
Instead of the Excalibur, she has the Excalibur.
Like with the glasses, like she looks like a badass.
King overturned the aurora.
I mean, she is badass, but she looked like the top tier. That sword goes crazy. Yeah, I think I've seen this one as well.
Fights can go back up to 15 years, but never in those 15 years have we witnessed something like this. Like most anime fight scenes, the stakes and visuals are what keeps the audience gripped.
Oh yeah, I remember this because I like her appearance as well.
Have reached a whole new
level. Her weapon.
Yeah, seriously, you can build an entire country from the budget allocated for these visuals alone. No.
Animation goes
gave
crazy.
Their absolute best for their final Fate project, and this fight is the best example of it. There are multiple noble phantasms flying here and there, and each character got a moment to shine during the fight.
Oh, that's sick.
It was rather tragic to see Saber being one of the final villains in this specific Fate route. But on the other hand, we got to see Ryder and Shiro trusting each other and using powers to their highest potential. I don't know about you, but this is the most visually stunning fight I've ever seen in any anime so far, and I challenge you to prove me wrong.
Which is why it was in the visually stunning fight anime compilation I've seen.
So there goes the best Fate fight scenes of all time. The Heaven's Feel trilogy brought tears to our eyes with its animation and visuals, and I'm here lamenting about how the original Fate series has ended now, forever. But I'm gonna keep my hopes up, and so should you. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you get an update every single time we release a new video. Stay
yeah,
safe,
I definitely gotta watch this.
See you in the next.
Yeah, I definitely gotta watch this series. I'm just surprised I haven't. Like, I never heard of it, but I seen, like, when I saw, like, the compilations of anime fights, there was 2 fights that was in that video that was in the compilation I seen, and I was like, God, this fight looks so epic. Like, the animation is clean, like, stunning. I'm just surprised I never heard this series. I definitely gotta watch this series. It's very interesting, but the fights was super clean. The weapons was super badass. I definitely like the weapons, the appearance. Like, I could tell this is like a good anime series. But yeah, if you have any other videos you would like me to see, just comment below and make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.